A police officer first, and then whatever parts of the job comes with it. I know who I can call and who I can talk to get things accomplished. Columbus has enough people, and some, I say 200,000 people, and the MSA is probably somewhere around 325 or 350 with people coming and going, and with that comes crime. I would like to sit here today and tell you that we can stop all crime, but that would be a fictitious statement. I would be fooling myself and fooling the citizens if I could tell them that. But we're going to be with them, and we're going to walk with them every step of the way in order to try to do away with crime in this community. If you have one burglary or one armed robbery or one auto theft or one homicide, that's one too many. But we have to we're like a pawn in a game. You know, we play the game that's dealt to us, and we play the part in that's dealt to us. We are very proactive now. We have got a crime intelligence unit, crime analysis unit. We're developing hotspots, showing hotspots. We're getting that information out to the beats, to the sergeants, to the captains on those shifts, and we're basically telling them the areas where they need to put extra cars and what time they need to put the extra cars out, and even what they're going to look like or look for once they get out there. And it's working very well. If you're dealing with homicides, we've been fortunate the last 2 or 3 years to see a downward trend in homicides. But back when I was actually working homicides, I can remember as many as 38 homicides in 1 year. And I can remember because a lot of the homicides that particular year happened in the month of December. And when we would get out, we would virtually have nothing to go on. It would not be what we refer to as a smoking gun case, where you knew who did what when you got there. We've had an upward and downward trend in all crimes. Stolen cars can be a hub for armed robberies, burglaries, car break-ins, and the advantage to a stolen vehicle is that they can get out and leave it at any point in time. They're not bound to that car, and they're not bound to once an officer sees them, chases them, catches them, and they get out and run. There's nothing that you can then go to the house and say, this is your car, you know, we think that either you or your relative was driving this car, and we want to talk to that person. Stolen cars typically are a part of the hub. You know, you can't run around in circles and pat yourself on the back if you do well, because the next year, you know, I mean, it could be more than what you're taking credit for right then. We take what we have, and we work as hard as we can work to try to solve those cases or try to prevent those cases from happening again in Columbus. I think that it's just at some point in time, anger management, the anger just gets carried away. A lot of the time it's turf battles, and I'm not talking about physically on the street. I'm talking about I bump into you, and you know, rather than saying, hey man, I'm sorry, you know, then the shoving starts and then somebody pulls a weapon. I think I'm seeing more weapons now involved in violent crime than we have seen before, many years before. It's just kind of progressed. But if you take all the guns away, you still have the knives, and we're seeing a lot of stabbings within the past few months. And then it's something as simple as a ball bat or a car. The tools to take a life are there.
Your job requires thick skin, right?
It does.
How have you developed that?
I have learned that major issues, deal with them and be able to walk away from it, not take it home, not sit there and stew over it, you know, not you know, when you're dealing with politics and that's some of the issues, you know, I mean, most of these folks are friends, you know, that you deal with, or at some point in time will be, and you just got to take it as part of the job and move on.